viewers, welcome to the Dutchman's Journal. If you saw my previous video on teaching coon to trap themselves, this is my first opportunity to find out how successful we will have been on setting up those dummy bait stations that look like DP traps. It's the first day of trapping season here in North Carolina, and I'm going to immediately get on setting up my DPs, and then we'll see in a day or two exactly how efficient we will. Initially I set this area up with 5 bait stations. Today I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 DP traps, and then I'm going to move to a different location and put in 3 DP traps in that area, and we'll just see how it works out in comparison. I used a piece of white PVC pipe for my bait station, and I'm going to use a white DP trap. This one happens to be a Z trap. To be honest with you, most of the DP traps are pretty good, so I'm not really saying this one's any better than any other one. It just happens to be the type that I use. Okay, let me show you how I set my DP up. I've engaged my trap. I've gone ahead and set it in the ground. I'm using anchors. Some people will be using stakes. Some will be tying it off on a tree. I'm using disposable earth anchors. And the trap is set. Next step, I put corn down into it to the height of the trigger. I cut some pieces of apple, and I go ahead and put them right on top. And if you remember these are 1.5 inch plastic circles that I cut out of a container for a larger bait station, and I used them as caps on the bait stations that I had placed out here before. And now what I'm going to do is take that piece of plastic and use it as a cap again. I do that by taking a little twig, sticking it down into some, in my case I'm using some sweet stuff. Now I place that twig through the center of my little disc, and I'm going to go ahead and put that right down on top of my little bait station there. It's a cap to keep the rain off, and also it will keep little field mice and things like that out of that particular trap, and the coon can easily remove that. They have the little scent there. Now I'm going to come right on over here, and tomorrow the coon that made that track should be in our trap. So there we have the 3 traps that I set. One by that little stream, one over here by the log, and then one back there by that tree. Well, I'm just about wrapped up here. I've set 5. I'm going to keep one of the white ones for something else I want to do with it. Decided while I was walking around here. So I set up 5. I got one by a stream, got one over here by a little path that goes through the woods, and then back over on the other side I've set those 3 up where we had the little bait stations initially. And we'll see what happens. I see a lot of tracks around here, so hopefully tomorrow will be productive, and we'll check it out at that time. Well, here it is, day 2. We set the traps yesterday and come out here this morning, and there's one coon sitting here, and a nice pretty coon. As you can see, he's sitting there relaxed. not going through a lot of trauma, and just goes to prove how the DP trap works. Does not hurt the animal, he's just detained in this spot. Now here's a rare catch in a DP, but it does happen. Little old possum guy there, I gotta get him out. I don't know if I want him, I'll probably just let him go free. Well, there he is, no worse for wear. He's just playing possum on me, and I'm sure he'll get going in a minute. Well, there he is. He's coming to life. I'm sure he was exhausted, and I guess he's just worn out. That's all there. I should say she's worn out, but she'll be moving on. No harm to it. The foot was not damaged at all. The paw, I should say, was not damaged at all, and just a little girl. And she'll wander off on her own, and oh, she's moving now. And so there we go. There we go. Proof positive that these DP traps are safe, and if you catch a non-target animal such as this, you can free it, let it go. It doesn't hurt them at all. Oh, she's hanging out with me. Maybe she wants me to take her home, but nah, she belongs out here, and I'm sure she'll be gone a little later on.